all this before. I told you it would never work. It would never work. Two hurt people, and they are in the industry, and they both got money.
Y'all see how this love story, y'all gonna see how this love story take place? Cause I can tell y'all waiting for an ending, it's never gonna end. I'll show you how you turn your baby daddy to a savage.
Chrisean is out here caught up in another messy situation, and this time, it's looking real bad. The rumors about her messing around with Offset while he was still with Cardi B are getting louder, and now even people close to her are speaking out. At first, folks thought Blueface was just being messy, but now Chrisean's own sister and best friend have come forward, dropping receipts that got everybody talking. It all started when Blueface put her on blast, saying Chrisean had been creeping with Offset behind Cardi's back. He was mad that she covered up his tattoo, so he went off online, saying she needed to quit acting like she was innocent when she had just messed around with a married man. He said, being tatted on a girl is not a flex. You literally messed with Cardi B's husband a couple of weeks ago. Offset was quick to deny it, posting, I ain't never talked or touched that lady. Real talk, man. You need some help. But let's be real. Offset has been caught up in so many cheating scandals, people don't believe a word he says anymore. Chrisean also clapped back at Blueface, saying he was just mad because she found something weird on his phone. She tried to flip the script, saying, You just making stuff up. Let's talk about how I saw certain content in your recent search history. That's why I really covered up that tattoo, bro. But Blueface wasn't letting it go. He kept pushing the story, saying he knew the exact date she met up with Offset, and even claimed it was at a house in LA after party. And here's where it gets wild. Blueface wasn't lying about that party. On November 10th, Chrisean and Offset were both seen at French Montana's birthday party in LA. So if what Blueface is saying is true, that means after the party, she and Offset really linked up. Then, just when folks started wondering if there was any truth to this, Cardi B popped up on live the same day Blueface exposed everything and told fans that she and Offset were already broken up. She said, I've been single for a minute now. I don't care about none of this. I don't want to be in this mess. Now, was Cardi low-key confirming that she already knew about Chrisean and Offset? She also said she didn't even bother investigating the rumors, which makes people think she had already checked out of the relationship. But the drama didn't stop there. Chrisean's best friend, Janet, came forward and made things even messier. She went live and straight up said Chrisean really did sleep with Offset, and that she did it because she wanted to be like Cardi B. According to Janet, Chrisean thought that if she got with Offset, it would bring her closer to living Cardi's life. That alone was wild, but then Chrisean's own sister, Chastity, stepped in and exposed even more. She said that on the night Chrisean was allegedly with Offset, she was the one babysitting Chrisean's son while she snuck off. She even claimed that Offset introduced Chrisean to his daughter, Kulture, before they hooked up. Now, Chastity and Chrisean used to be super close, so it shocked everyone when she turned on her like this. Chastity even helped raise Chrisean's son, Junior, when Chrisean was locked up. So, why would she suddenly expose her like this? Well, Chrisean went live and said something so foul about Chastity that she couldn't let it slide. Chrisean accused her sister of being responsible for her own child's passing and told people to look up Chastity's past cases. That's when Chastity snapped and started dropping all the dirt, including the Offset situation. If all of this is true, it's a bad look for Chrisean. She not only helped destroy Cardi and Offset's already struggling marriage, but she did it while knowing Offset's history with cheating. And now, instead of denying it, she's just trying to flip the story and play the victim. People online are calling her out, saying she never denied it, just deflected. And the nerve of her to talk about somebody else's child when she barely takes care of her own. Others are calling out Offset, saying, Offset is messy, and Chrisean is a clown. She plays too much and needs to focus on her child and her life. Now, everyone is waiting to see what Cardi B does next. Was Offset cheating with Chrisean the final straw for her? And will Chrisean ever admit to what really happened? Because one thing's for sure, this drama is just getting started. Now, the internet is going crazy, and the drama just keeps getting worse by the day. Chrisean is staying quiet, which is very unlike her, and that's making people even more suspicious. Usually, when someone calls her out, she fires back immediately, but this time, nothing but silence. Meanwhile, Cardi B is moving like she's over it, but fans are wondering if she's really done with Offset for good or if this is just another break in their toxic relationship. Everybody knows Cardi has taken Offset back multiple times, even after he cheated on her over and over again. So people are watching closely to see if she's really standing on her words this time. And let's talk about Offset, because the man has been real quiet lately. Usually when he's caught up in a scandal, he goes on damage control. But this time, he's barely saying a word. That's making people believe that he might really be guilty this time and knows that any response would just make things worse. Then there's Blueface, who is still running his mouth, making it clear that he's not letting this go. He's been throwing more shots at Chrisean, saying she's messy and needs to own up to what she did. And let's be real, he's loving every second of this because, for once, he's not the bad guy in the story. At the same time, Chrisean's sister, Chastity, isn't holding back either. She's been dropping even more tea, saying that Chrisean has been lying about a lot of things, not just Offset. She even hinted that there are more men involved that Chrisean has been keeping secret. People are now saying this is one of the biggest scandals Chrisean has ever been in, and if she doesn't speak up soon, it's only going to get worse for her. Because the longer she stays quiet, the more people are going to assume the worst. Now, the big question is, will Cardi B finally expose everything? Because if she speaks on it and confirms that Offset was creeping with Chrisean, it's over. Chrisean will never live this down, and her reputation will take a serious hit. One thing is for sure, this drama is far from over, and if more receipts drop, things could get even crazier. Now, all eyes are on Chrisean, Offset, and Cardi B to see who's going to break their silence first. Chrisean is still silent, and that's making things look even worse for her. The fact that she's usually loud and quick to defend herself, but now she's nowhere to be found, has people convinced that she knows she got caught up in something messy. Meanwhile, Cardi B is keeping it cute, acting like she's unbothered, but fans aren't convinced. Cardi is the type to go off on social media when she's mad, but this time, she's playing it cool. Some people think she's plotting her next move, while others believe she's low-key embarrassed that her husband's name is wrapped up in another scandal, this time with Chrisean. Offset is also acting strange. He hasn't been active online, and he hasn't denied anything since his first response. Usually, when he gets caught up in cheating rumors, he's quick to post lovey-dovey messages to Cardi, trying to make it seem like everything's all good. But this time, radio silence. That's got people thinking he knows there's no getting out of this one. One thing is for sure, this drama isn't dying down anytime soon. And the second more receipts drop, it's going to blow up all over again.
I've told y'all this before. I told you it would never work. It would never work. Two hurt people, and they are in the industry, and they both got money, and they both are, famous. It's not gonna work. I don't care how hard you try, it's not gonna work. The best thing Cardi B you can do is just move on. And I told you this before, don't get in a relationship.
It's rather sad that Ronnie Doe's quest for answers in his paternity struggle with Chris and Rock has allegedly ended in tragedy. Doe has been tragically shot in front of his house in a tragic turn of events after his confrontation with John Rock in a shopping mall, where he was demanding a DNA test from her to determine the paternity of her son. With Chrisean Rock's paternity saga taking a tragic turn, what is her reaction to this latest development? Stay tuned to uncover the truth behind this heartbreaking story. The heartbreaking news of Karen Ronnie Doe's untimely death on February 3rd at the young age of 24 has sent shockwaves through social media, casting a somber mood over the online community. The tragic incident unfolded in Maryland, where Ronnie was found fatally wounded outside a home by law enforcement. Swift medical intervention was provided before he was rushed to the University of Maryland Baltimore Washington Medical Center, but tragically, he succumbed to his injuries from the gunshot wounds. Authorities are treating the shooting as a targeted attack, launching a thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding the devastating event. The news of Ronnie's passing spread like wildfire across social media platforms after a heart-wrenching post by a man believed to be his uncle surfaced on Facebook. The emotional message conveyed a profound sense of loss and grief, painting a vivid picture of the pain and sorrow felt by those close to Ronnie. His uncle's words echoed the sentiments of many who were left reeling from the sudden and senseless tragedy, mourning the loss of a young life cut short. In his words, "This feels like a nightmare. I've been up crying all night. I'm not supposed to bury you, nephew. You're supposed to bury me. It hurts so bad that your life was taken, but I know you're at peace now. I love you, and will truly miss you. R.I.P. Karen nephew." Before his untimely death, Ronnie loved rap music and often shared his freestyles on social media. Even though he never became famous for his music, he was passionate about it. Ronnie became popular online because of his past relationship with Chrisean Rock, who is known for her on and off relationship with rapper Blueface and her reality TV appearances. His relationship with Chrisean was far from peaceful and often led to arguments, accusations, and even public confrontations. Many people followed their story because of the drama that played out on social media and news outlets. Chrisean's relationship with Ronnie Doan overlapped with her relationship with American rapper Blueface. The drama-filled relationship between Chrisean Rock and Blueface has been full of twists and turns, marked by moments of violence and controversy. Chrisean, a former Division I athlete, crossed paths with Blueface, a renowned content creator and rapper, through his captivating OnlyFans reality show and the Blue Girls Club, where women vied for his affection in a competitive setting. As a standout contender in the competition, Chrisean emerged victorious, but lost a tooth during the fierce competition. She eventually got a contract to make music under the Blueface LLC imprint. While Chrisean and Blueface's relationship continued far beyond what the cameras saw, it was, however, filled with doses of violence right from the start, supporting Chrisean's alleged inclination to never hold back whenever she has the opportunity. During a chat with a Lionel B show, Ronnie said, "Chrisean does have a history of not keeping her hands to herself." The drama further escalated when Clarissa Safford, Blueface's mother, entered the fray, denying the pregnancy claims and suggesting that the entire situation was a deceptive ploy. In a bold post on social media, she wrote, "Absolutely not pregnant. That man would lose his license for allowing such an exercise." Fast forward to September 2023, with the birth of the child earlier that month. Ronnie shared a compelling photo on his Instagram stories, highlighting the resemblance between himself and the baby. He wrote, "You are not the father," loudly crying face man shrugging. "Oh, Blueface baby or official Maury show. Thank you God in advance, cause this getting crazy." Blueface, initially skeptical of the paternity claims, quickly embraced Ronnie's revelation, celebrating the news on social media and expressing relief at the newfound clarity. He said, "I thought I was tripping too until I seen this." She kind of told on herself, and he is claiming the same thing as well. While sharing a screenshot of Ronnie's post, Blueface went further to write, "I got 1 BM and 2 kids till further notice." He added in a separate tweet, "This the best news, I got all your trophy da." He even cast doubt on an earlier paternity test carried out by Christian, describing it as fake. "I knew there was something off. I don't think that's my baby. That DNA test was a little weird when I read it, seemed fake. I had no control over that test. Plus, why would you have a baby in Baltimore when you and the alleged father live in LA?" Thinking face and the guy claiming the baby live in Baltimore, Sesson responded to Blueface's tweets, telling him she's glad he has decided to distance himself from her and her son. She said, "I'm glad you won't leave us alone. You'd be in the way anyways. You know how mad you made me when you posted his penis. I'm still disgusted. He _ up so bad. He running out of ideas," loudly crying face. Despite Blueface's paternity denial and Ronnie's acceptance of Junior's paternity, the first opportunity Ronnie had to get physically near the baby was during the confrontation in the shopping mall, where he was demanding a DNA test from Sesson. The nature of Ronnie's sudden death seems to have made the paternity saga of Sesson's son more complicated. The authorities are treating his death as a targeted homicide, with Chan's silence attracting more than enough attention. While Chan has weathered controversies and stormy relationships in the past, the circumstances surrounding Ronnie's death appear to be a different kettle of fish. As authorities prioritize the investigation into Ronnie's death, the looming specter of the paternity test adds a new dimension to the unfolding drama, potentially shedding light on the events leading up to his tragic end. With Christian's history of domestic violence casting a shadow over the investigation, the stakes are higher than ever in this gripping tale of intrigue and uncertainty. In the wake of Ronnie's death, the question remains, how will Chan react to this devastating loss, and will this incident finally bring closure to the ongoing paternity saga? As viewers and onlookers alike ponder the implications of these dramatic events, we invite you to share your thoughts and insights in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more updates on this saga. Okay, so things just really got serious between Blueface's mom, Carissa, and Chrisean. Carissa just came out to make some disturbing comments about how Chrisean is allegedly involved in the D3 ADH of her ex-boyfriend, Ronnie. Now, we know that Carissa and Chrisean do not see eye to eye and don't like each other very much, but these new allegations are shocking, to say the least. Ronnie has been making waves in the past couple of months because he claimed that Chrisean's son, Chrisean Jr., is his son and not Blueface. He claimed to have some evidence to support his claim and was on the path to getting a court-ordered DNA test to prove paternity when he was tragically K1 led right in front of his house. It didn't take long for Carissa to jump in and claim that Chrisean allegedly knows something about it, hinting that Chrisean might have set the whole thing up to protect her secret. This is a whole mess, so let's break it down. Carissa has a knack for always finding her way to weave herself into situations that do not concern her. It was like she just couldn't resist getting involved, even when it had nothing to do with her. She made it clear that she wasn't a fan of Chrisean, but that wasn't the extent of her issues. Her relationship with Blueface's other baby mama, Jaden Alexis, was just as intense. It was very clear that they weren't exactly friends, and that the back and forth between them never seemed to end well. Honestly, fans had even started to question if Carissa and Blueface actually had any real love for each other, given how often they took jabs at one another on social media. They'd go at it online, dragging each other in public, making people wonder if there was something deeper beneath the surface or if it was all just for show. For example, when Blueface proposed to Jaden, Carissa decided to act petty and shame him for it, saying, "Did this ninja propose to the maid? Oh well, it's October now. Tell the people you married the maid, just in case you go to prison." This made Blueface so mad that he went on a rant against his own mother, saying, "Post your ring, and I'ma post mine. You want to compare booties, right, Carissa? Yeah, let's just compare rings. Let's see what type of ring that old booty got, and then what type of ring that new booty got. My wife gone, always win." Blueface continued, dragging his mom further. Carissa married a bum. After all them D's she took, she settled for that little ring. My wife had 1D her whole life.
He also said,
My mother has been married 3 times, 3 kids by 3 different men, and never married, none of them men. Only random men she liked with a lot of money so she could divorce and take from them. And at the end of it all, she's sleeping with a bum every night. Sad story for real. Could never respect her as a woman. Then he compared their rings, adding, "My mom's ring is 1 carat with 5 stones surrounding it. I'm not even going to tell you Jaden's ring credentials. It's going to be embarrassing for real." The comparison is evident. If you got more than one baby daddy as a woman,